Picture two very different worlds. In New York, tall glass towers shimmer under the sun while the blue flag of the United Nations waves proudly. Inside, committees draft reports in calm, diplomatic language. Thousands of miles away, in Burkina Faso, the same flag carries a different meaning, not of peace, but of intrusion. On the dusty front lines of the Sahel, young Burkinabe soldiers, rifles patched with tape, stand guard against extremist groups that recognize no law, sign no treaties, and respect no human rights. Between these two worlds, a collision was bound to happen. Before watching this video, please let me comment on what your country is. That collision came on August 18, 2025. Burkina Faso's government, led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, declared the UN's top representative, Carol Flores Mariniac, persona non grata. In diplomatic terms, those words are sharp and final: leave immediately. You are no longer welcome. It was a dramatic move. Normally, this tool is reserved for spies or hostile ambassadors, not for UN officials. And yet, Burkina Faso pulled the trigger without hesitation. Why? Because the UN, in its latest report on children in armed conflict, had placed the Burkinabe armed forces in the same category as terrorist groups, extremists who bomb schools, abduct girls, and slaughter villagers. For the people of Burkina Faso, this was not just insulting. It was betrayal. To compare soldiers who sacrificed their lives defending villages with the same terrorists who burned them down was, in the words of Captain Traore, an obscenity. The contrast is cinematic. In New York, neatly typed reports in calm debate. In Ouagadougou, the cries of mothers whose children were taken, the silence of classrooms where teachers fled, the echoes of gunfire on village borders. For the UN, it was an analysis. For Burkina Faso, it was a wound ripped open. So the government acted swiftly. Within hours, the UN coordinator was told to pack her bags. The message was clear: sovereignty is not negotiable. Respect for our soldiers is not optional. The decision shocked diplomats across the world. Small, embattled nations usually cling tightly to international institutions. Aid, funding, and recognition often depend on it. But Burkina Faso broke the unspoken rule. They told the UN itself, enough. Some called the move reckless, a gamble that could isolate the country and cut off aid. But inside Burkina Faso, the mood was very different. Crowds rallied in the streets, chanting, "Our sovereignty is not for sale. Hands off our army." To many, this was not isolation. It was liberation. Because for Burkinabe citizens, this is not an abstract debate. It is survival. If their defenders are delegitimized, their war loses meaning. If the world does not respect their sacrifices, then what is left? As Traore declared, we are not expelling a person. We are expelling an attitude, the arrogance that dares to equate our martyrs with murderers. Beyond Ouagadougou, the ripple effects were immediate. Western capitals like Washington and Paris condemned the move as reckless. But in Moscow, Beijing, and Ankara, leaders praised Burkina Faso's defiance as a bold stand for dignity. Suddenly, the story was bigger than one UN report. It was about Africa's right to define its own narrative. And that is the heart of this moment. Burkina Faso's decision is not only about one official or one report. It is about dignity, about sovereignty, about who has the right to speak for Africa's struggle. Yes, the costs may be real. Aid programs may weaken. Diplomatic ties may strain. But for many Burkinabe, the choice was clear: better to risk standing alone than to accept humiliation. History may look back at August 18, 2025, not as a bureaucratic quarrel, but as the day Africa's voice grew louder. A small nation, bruised yet unbending, declared to the world, "Our dignity is not negotiable." And if you believe dignity is worth defending, even against the most powerful institutions, then share this story, leave your voice in the comments, and let the world know Africa's courage will not be silenced. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel.